What's going on? Another week, another geek. We're back at it with another episode of the Why I'm Geeked show, episode 219, and we're back at it, fresh off of Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. But today we're on the 6th, Revenge of the Sith. But actually, it's Maul, the Shadow Lord Day, because he's my goat, bro. He's been my GOAT forever. I'm so excited to get into this. Chris, how you feeling today? Brody.
Doing really good, man. Doing really good. Hyped for a Star Wars episode.
Yeah.
Hyped for a Star Wars series. And
In a minute.
I can't wait to hear your opinion on this one, G. So how you doing?
I'm great. I actually was like, dang, I can't believe this joint's already over when I watched it, but I'm like, yo, this is how long these series actually be. But it still holds true. It just, every single time we get an animated series from Star Wars, it keep proving my theory right, that everything is best in animation, bro. Everything is best in animation, and that's not gonna be the point of this pod for me, but it's just another, notch on the board for your boy. Chris, what do you want to start with this thing? Because to me, I feel like this is a tale of two stories in a sense, or two cities. Mainly because we got episodes 1 through what? How many episodes is it?
10.
10. So we have episodes 1 through 10. Then we get episodes 9 and 10. Right? That's how I feel about this thing, because this show went crazy at the finale. But what do you want to start with this thing? Because I don't think we talked about it like in depth at all. We just talked about it in like the geek segments. But where do you kind of want to start with this thing, bro?
I think we just should start with spoilers and just go with the banger episodes towards the end, and then just work our way to what else we liked in the season.
All right, that's a bet. Well, let's just start with this, bro. Now we said that, do you think Maul is actually a Shadow Lord, bro?
I was wondering towards the end, like, how are we gonna get tying the Shadow Lord thing?
Yeah,
and they had like
they said
a weird little
once.
scene.
Yeah,
It was like something's in the fog. I was like, so this is where he becomes a Shadow Lord. I was like, yeah, I'm just wrong at this point. I don't know.
Yeah, they referenced him being a Shadow Lord once that I can remember, and I'm just sitting there like, man, so this literally just it can't be over after this. I don't care what's going on. Like this is just the beginning of, what could be something great. This is still like early on into Maul's journey in his second life after, trying to make his first comeback and ultimately failing.
Yeah.
So like this is like his like rebirth in a sense. So he's not got all of his ducks in a row, but he's trying to run the play again, but now the Empire is doing Empire things, and thus we get the crux of the show. But I was just curious, that's off the bat, do you think he was a Shadow Lord? And we both come to the same conclusion that like he's not there yet. He's not there yet.
They're definitely working the play of eventually how he runs all the syndicates again, and kind of comes back from the shadows of his loss again.
Yeah.
So definitely season 1 felt, as we kept going, that okay, we're not fully getting there, because he started losing some people, and I was like, all right, this ain't the one that we on top, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I did think Shadow Lord was a strong title, but season 1 definitely did deliver on that title.
Yeah, but it did deliver on them shadows, bro, because they brought them Inquisitors and the main big bad, bro. Darth Vader pulled up, man. So that's the big spoiler thing that we was talking about. Did you expect to see Darth Vader in this series?
So this is weird. This is one of those moments in time where I love the podcasts, where I wish we would have done like a first 2 episodes, and then we had our like Oh,
Yeah.
like what do
Original
you think is gonna
thoughts.
happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that episode where the Inquisitor kneels and talks to
Mm-hmm.
the
Hologram.
uh hologram. I think it's probably like 4 or 5-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So we probably wouldn't have gotten there. Uh and I don't think the Inquisitors were introduced in the first 3 episodes either. Maybe like episode 4 is when we
Yeah, I
first
think
got
episode 4 was when it was like, okay, now the Empire, like, because it wasn't until the Empire got called that they pulled up. So
yeah.
it was deep into
So
the show at that point.
so I would have loved to have been proven wrong, like, yeah,
Yeah.
ain't no Vader. But as soon as the Inquisitors came on the planet,
Mm-hmm.
I just thought there's no way they're gonna make the Inquisitors the big bad of this show.
Mm.
And I also knew like from I'm pretty sure it's the games. Isn't Vader like they report to him?
Yeah. So it's like Sidious, Vader, Inquisitors. But like the
Yeah,
Inquisitors were like Vader's way of like flipping the Sith system on its head so that he can eventually take over from uh Sidious to be, the ruler of the universe. Um but to do that in a way that, you know, is like not under the table, but like is in broad daylight, he needed a program essentially
yeah,
to, handle that. And by there being no more Jedi, having Inquisitors as your like enforcers, like the next best thing, and like, it wouldn't draw too much
yeah.
attention.
And I only got that from like the games. So as soon as I saw
Mm-hmm.
the Inquisitor, I was just like, no way this is a big bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I definitely think it's more likely Vader will appear in the series
Mm-hmm.
than Sidious right now. Like I did not expect Sidious to like appear on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did I expect him to have a full Darth Vader episode?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
But I expected him to like pop up on like the video like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, my master's um apprentice is still around, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
He didn't know who he was
uh,
though.
so to talk about that too,
Yeah.
I really like that angle because I didn't even think of that.
Cause
Like
you gotta
both
think it was
Maul,
fresh. This is fresh, like everything. It's not that much time since the Order 66 and the Empire taking over versus like when we see Maul and Vader fight in like Rebels later on. Like that's time done passed.
yeah.
So
So I definitely love the idea of like Maul. Like I have no idea who this
mhm,
is, but this thing a little different. I don't know what's going on.
yeah,
This thing right here is different, and then like Vader not saying nothing.
nothing. Just breathing on
Like
youngest.
yeah, and like I said, I didn't expect Vader to make the full, like, episode appearance. I thought
Yeah.
he was gonna appear and be like, "Oh, it's up
Hmm.
season 2," and I was gonna feel real good, like, "Alright, now we're doing the normal season 2 gonna be amazing, y'all. I can't wait to see it. Yo, that's gonna be the 10 out of 10 season."
Hmm.
Uh, but nah, it was just I just knew it wasn't gonna be Sidious. They're talking to Sidious. I was like, "No way. It's gotta be the Vader."
Hmm.
And for him to roll up to the planet, I was just stunned. I was like, "Bro."
Yeah.
And his intro was so cool.
Yeah.
Like, the full red screen, I was like, "Yo, why
Yeah.
this is how they make money easy. They just throw Vader on the screen, make it go red, money printer."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I agree. But I personally did not expect to see Vader. I was expecting to see
dang.
Sidious,
Okay, okay.
because of one thing that like I haven't really pulled the different correlations to like from playing the games and then all the different shows and stuff like that is that you know I just never expected actually to be Vader. I'm always surprised. Like I don't know what it is because like the only time I wasn't surprised um was like when I played Star Wars the second Star Wars Jedi game. And I was like, okay, like we've seen this movie before. It was still a tough fight, but we've seen this movie before. So like, I gotta just start expecting him to show up in this era way more often because like this is when he was like the most active. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still young at this point, still fresh into being a Sith Lord, and
They can be more creative.
exactly, and it allows them to like, tie a lot of these like stuff that wasn't necessarily canon, but now it gets adapted into the main storyline and have it make more sense, because it's like, if like you said, the Inquisitors have been big bads in series prior, but like never at the level that I'm just like, oh, like the main guy we can't never beat them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't I didn't feel that way at all. But like
Yeah.
when you had like in Star Wars Rebels with the Grand Inquisitor, I was
Mhm.
like, cause he put that Grand in there, I'm like, okay, now he might be like that. You know what I'm saying? So once you got a title, that's different. But like, just because you have a mask, like all of the Inquisitors have different masks and stuff like that too, for the most part. Once you add that mask in there, and then the one that actually looked like Grievous for a second, it was just like, this is cool, but I feel like this is building up to something bigger.
Yeah, you could
You
definitely
know?
feel it.
Yeah.
Like
I just didn't expect it to be like, there's no way they put Vader in, because everybody gonna die. That's what my brain was like. Everybody gonna die if they put Vader in this thing. And I want this to be there to be a season 2. So like when it came down to the moment where it was like starting to walk closer and closer, and then it started going to the fog, the scout ahead, I was like, oh, they did. You know what I'm saying? So it was W way to finish the season, and for Vader to not have to say anything surprised me a little bit. I was expecting, because it's still fresh, and I'm assuming that like Vader knows who Maul is, just by nature of the first movie, and him being after Maul, or Maul being after him when he was a kid, and then
I
his
know it's tough,
master,
huh?
yeah, and then his master being um well, and then both having the same master, because originally um Count Dooku was the one that replaced Maul. But now that Darth Vader's here and he's not giving up his spot, I was expecting him like, yo, you're a failure. Or like, you never could have amounted
Yeah,
to the anything. Go ahead.
yeah, because it's also he was so young, and he saw him the 2 times when he tried to kill him in the desert randomly, and then
Yeah.
at literally the main scene where Qui-Gon Jinn and
Mm-hmm.
Obi-Wan fight him, and they run off afterwards.
Yeah.
So it's a little tough. Like, would he remember him? And he also it's a race of people
Yeah.
that would look similar. So maybe Vader is just like, bro, I do not know who you is, but
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
just
it's
chop you
that.
down.
Because the Inquisitors knew who he was. They knew they was looking for.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They had stuff to say. Well, the one
Like,
guy had something to
do you
say.
think Vader had something personal?
That's what I was expecting. Like, I was
Yeah.
expecting him to have like something more to say than nothing. Like,
Okay.
say something. But I'm like, yo, I get why he doesn't say anything, because it would have cost money, you know?
I mean, deep
So,
down, I felt that too. I was like, oh, he's not gonna say nothing because it could cost a
yeah.
pretty penny. They're
Now,
gonna
if
say
it
that for
wasn't a
next
whole
season.
episode, then I probably wouldn't have cared that much that he didn't say anything. But because we got a whole episode, I was like, he can't say nothing this whole time.
He could have went in like impressive, like just
Yeah,
something.
at least when Devin, that was another thing, another spoiler. That when Devin, she hasn't fully crossed over to the dark side, but like she's like, yo, I'm ready. And I
Yeah,
was
we'll talk about
expecting her to be like, oh, I was expecting Darth Vader to be like, ooh, the dark side is strong with this one. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
something like
Just
that.
his normal classic lines. It's like full
Yeah,
on
you could reuse something at this
Vader.
point. I don't care. Like, I just
Yeah,
want him to
it
say
always works. It
something.
always works. You know.
Yeah, but that John was crazy, bro. And that's something I will rewatch and rewatch and rewatch. Like,
Yeah.
even before that, like just episode 9 and 10, the fights were crazy, and the lightsaber
Beautiful.
battles were, like you said, beautiful. And some of the still images that are going to come from this thing, I'm like, yo, that's a wallpaper right there. Like,
Yeah.
choreography going stupid. You know what I'm saying? And I think the stakes felt good because of how many people they actually had that really couldn't do nothing, but like they was doing stuff, combined with the fact of how much power they had and knowing that it didn't mean anything because we got a Padawan, we got a OG Master, and then you know, injured, if you want to call it that, because it's like Robo Leg, Darth Maul, who is just like not at full strength, obviously, and been fighting and on the run for a good amount of time now. So there's the stakes were definitely there, and then you just add the Inquisitors and the Invader to it. It's just like, dang, bro, I don't know how y'all did this. And they didn't. Everybody got body, bro. Everybody got body, basically. So fire way to end the season, and hopefully we get to see more of the Shadow Lord become a thing when he reunites with Crimson Dawn, which should be cool. But now that we got that kind of out the way, let's just get into like some of these characters and what the heck is the other part of the show that we watched for however many weeks. Just starting off, the criminal underground of what's the name of this planet? Start with the J. I want to say Jakar, but it's not that. It's something like that. Jackson? No. What planet? Let me see. We're doing this in real time. Is Maul Shadow Lord on? Janix. That's the name of it. Janix. I said it before I even found it up. Underworld of Janix is on and popping. And you get introduced to Maul basically setting up not a sting, but a cover up. Or not a cover up. What would you call it? Like a framing? Because it's basically putting two crime bosses against each other to then take power. Right? So as far as like the underworld and underground scene of Janix and just this season so far, do you feel like it's almost anywhere close to what was going on, you know, in like Coruscant and stuff like that? Or not Coruscant, what was it? Mandalore.
I just view it as like he's just starting to get back into the game type thing. You know what I mean? Because it is coming off his defeat, and they're trying to regroup and just establish things.
Yeah.
And we kind of know where the storyline goes with the Han Solo movie, so it's kind of just like
Han Solo movie.
Yeah, Solo.
Where does this go? I don't remember how this connects to that.
Oh, so I mean, it's gonna be like super spoilers.
I love that movie though. I've seen Solo.
Yeah, he's the leader of the group that of Crimson Dawn in that one. At the end.
Oh, at the end credits of the.
Yeah, wasn't it credits? I think it was just at the end of the movie. And I was like, oh, there's Maul, but he doesn't like do nothing.
What? I don't. That was so long ago. Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I didn't think about that.
So, all right. So, I'm gonna push that question aside real quick.
Yeah.
The whole Crimson Dawn aspect at the end. Clearly, the guy's not.
He was on the hologram.
Yeah, on the hologram.
That's why I don't.
He's already the leader there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm with you now.
So the guy's recruiting him to help him literally become the leader of Crimson Dawn, and that's what we'll get into season 2, season 3, and we know Maul will eventually be the leader. You know, we have some more backstory on what he's been doing and how he climbs the ranks.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fun to see what shenanigans they have to do to do that, and I guess Devin's storyline is just another
piece of
that they can probably potentially use in maybe like a final season 3.
Well,
and then have that character. I'm not sure if that character is in Star Wars more, but I would assume that's the character that they want to like continue to use.
So this is like in the comics. There's a character named Darth Talon
I know nothing.
that has
I've
a
never heard of
big
that.
resemblance to Devin.
Is it a Sith or a Jedi?
Sith looks just like
Oh,
Maul,
okay.
and this is like how they meld this together.
Darth. Ooh, like it.
Exactly. So like, because it takes two. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So it's not canon per se, but if there's comics where like that she's a character. I don't know what happens in it, but I seen the images when
Yeah,
I
so
look it up. So it's like there's
that like logically makes sense.
yeah,
And after the Solo movie, because they never followed up on that
man, that's
Maul
a deep cut,
storyline,
Chris. I forgot about
yeah,
that
they
happened.
definitely can do something with that because
Mm-hmm.
we watched this with the Mandalorian. They
Yeah.
introduce another character, and then it's kind of like, what is this character's actual purpose?
Mm-hmm.
And they leapfrog that one. They use a different character to leapfrog a mainline character. So it just seems like
Yeah.
Devin is definitely that character, and I did not know that part.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I
See,
know
I
a
don't know
lot. I'm
how
probably
far they're
gonna
going to
Google
take
it.
Devin though. You know, because she's obviously not in Rebels or anything like that, so she probably don't make it that far.
But they
But
have been like piecing, stretching out
mm-hmm.
what's considered canon now because they took all those books that they read and made them like Star Wars like
Yeah.
legends, or they title it something that's like
Yep.
technically not canon, but at any moment they could just pluck it and say like, "Oh yeah, that's canon."
Mm-hmm.
And,
Take the best parts of it.
yeah, so even like Maul's whole storyline, they just realized, "Oh, this character's just too popular. Let's just keep making stuff." So,
Yeah.
that's a cool pool. I'm gonna look that up. And you said it's Darth Talon?
Yeah. Darth Talon. Now
Hmm.
I don't know anything about it, but
I don't.
I've seen the picture before,
Okay.
and not in, but because you know, Devin is pink. I didn't make the connection at first, but you know, with her becoming his apprentice now, it just makes sense that that's what this is what they're gonna do. You know, um, but like how far they go into it, because like this man Maul tries to make everybody his apprentice. You really think
Yeah.
about it. So like how much staying power that actually is gonna have, I can't really tell. But I'm rocking with
Yeah.
Devin because Devin rocking with us. You know what I'm saying?
And deep down, I know we're going way off.
Mm,
I kind of feel like she, at the end of the season,
hmm.
when she says like, "I'm ready,"
Yeah.
I do get the sense that she is not fully committed to like the dark side
Yeah.
type thing. I
Want to
kind
get
of feel like
stronger.
she's realized uh it what her master was saying, like Maul is only in it for like his own like gains type thing.
Hmm.
And like selfish reasons. And she's realized that too in that moment, that I'm ready because for my own selfish reasons, I'm going to be able to get stronger. Do I want to be on this dark side or
Yeah.
align with your goals? No. And I kind of feel
Right.
like her character, I don't know how I got that feeling from that
Hmm.
scene. It just feels like, oh, this is how a Sith would operate. Like,
Yeah.
I got to be selfish. I'm ready for you to train me get
Hmm.
stronger, and we still got the same sides.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you still Darth Maul to me. Like,
Right. Right. Because it's not, because the difference with this is like, and like I think a lot of times the difference with, or the reason why Maul fails a lot when it comes to um picking an apprentice is that he's always getting somebody else's uh leftovers. Right? Now in this situation, he was an intricate piece into, you know, leaving Devin without a master. And he left him to fight alone by himself and used the force and, you know, made him stumble and stuff like that. Left him alone. And then after that, you know, kind of nurtured that feeling with her this whole time. But like to me, when she said that she was ready and her eyes already weren't yellow, I was like, okay, she about that action, but she has not fully crossed over yet. You know, she's ready to see what Darth Maul is going to offer, but depending on the type of training and like, you know, direction that he goes, because he only knows one way. You know what I'm saying? To make it work, it's going to be interesting to see, you know, how much he's going to be able to bend her before she breaks. You know what I'm saying? And even now, her goal of getting revenge is against the strongest person in the entire series.
Yeah, which I think Maul just knew. It's like,
Yeah,
that's the Sith way. How else are you gonna get super strong if you're not going against something that's clearly giving us a hard time? I ain't gonna like. That's
right.
how I felt. Like Maul was like, "Yo, I don't know about this guy." So, hey, this is a good plan right here. You get a little stronger, we get out of here, and
Mm-hmm.
Devin actually becomes my apprentice this way because he ain't
Yeah,
beating that guy soon.
right. But question is, how long is it going to be until she realizes that Maul is the reason why her master is dead? You know, like he Maul didn't directly kill him, but inadvertently because of his actions, you know, Maul was getting beat up anyway. But like, he's the reason why that he's dead. You know, that master, what's his name? Uh, dang,
Docky.
Docky. I want to say Dobby, but Dobby is from Harry Potter. Master Docky, that's his name. That's the reason why Master Docky gone, bruh. So when she comes to grips with that, because that can happen through like visions and like a whole host of different things, especially when you tap it in to the dark side, you know. So we saw that firsthand when Maul was like on his way back after getting bodied by the Inquisitors, you know, and having to hit the eject button. So like it's gonna be interesting to see like how long this like bond will actually last and how much he can actually mold her in that time period, because like to say that she's going to end up becoming Darth Talon is a stretch, because look how far like somebody like Ventress went,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Or
Maul
even
has like a track record of characters that we know that don't end well
exactly,
anyway.
and then also even youngins like from like the Acolyte, right? I know we don't like to talk about the Acolyte, but like there's moments where it's like, okay, they can use all of these different sides of the force, but it's like you don't have to fully give yourself over to it, you know? And you can still like do all these things, but be like, what would it be, morally ambivalent? We got youngins with white lightsabers, like Ahsoka. Like, so there's plenty of different ways that they can go, and they can make her character as big as they want. But it was just like interesting tidbit when I made the connection to Darth Talon, and I haven't said anything about if they're gonna make it that far, but in being a Shadow Lord, that sounds pretty close to me, you know. So gonna be cool, But the deep cut of Crimson Dawn, because I'm just thinking Crimson Dawn like Mandalorian time in Clone Wars, not so much in Solo. That's a crazy pull, because he was in that movie for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't remember. But
I'm definitely gonna rewatch, but I'm positive he's like the leader at that point. And
yeah.
that's got to be like 10 years later.
Mm-hmm.
So well, let me ask you this. Do you think we're going to get a time jump with the series
I don't
or
see
no?
why not, honestly, because you're going to have time to build the infrastructure back up, you know? So,
Yeah,
like,
I
I
kind of feel like
think
it's viable.
if not like 2 to 3 episodes of like, okay, we're going to go kill this guy, and him and Devin beefing about like, should we kill this guy? The person, the leader of Crimson Dawn right now, before old boy takes it over. What's his name? Merrick? Is his name Merrick? No, Merrick is the other guy.
Merrick is the Inquisitor, right?
Now Merrick is the
Mar-
Merrick is the
Markin.
Markin, yeah, something like that. Yeah. So after he's installs him as the leader, then we might get a time skip of like, okay, now we're about to actually train.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, will they really do a whole series on installing someone else, or will they already install him and then we have like the growing division of I'm more Sith like and I'm realizing like it's time for me to betray Maul.
Because we can't act like he don't got the pikes in check right now.
Yeah, because I just feel like we've seen like this series
one for the Shadow Lord.
The main dynamic is you have to involve the Shadow Lord of him becoming like some type of syndicate boss, and you have to involve him and Devin because they took some time, but they circled right back around their relationship of like master apprentice.
Yeah.
So I feel like no matter what they do in season 2, it's gonna circle around like that conflict, and I'm thinking it's only gonna be 3 seasons. Like it's not gonna be crazy long seasons.
You think it's gonna be 3?
The animation is pretty good. I mean, Disney has a
Star Wars ain't up like that. They're not up like that right now.
But this one seemed
like it could be that. Good. Okay.
Like 3 is a nice spot for this type of series.
I wouldn't be mad at it. Shoot. I hope so, but I just know they like to cancel stuff. You know what I'm saying? True. So that's true. I just know we got to get season 2. That's it. I'm starting with one foot in front of the other. You know?
Yeah. Let's just get season 2. Let's just get there.
Yeah, exactly. But that's a good point, though. That's a good point. So we haven't talked about the law in this show yet. So we've talked about the bad guys.
Lawsons.
The Lawsons, bro. Literally the law. How you feel about what's his name? Brander Lawson, Captain Lawson,
That's
whatever his name is.
Captain. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this character.
That's Pablo. Did you know that?
Huh?
It's Pablo Escobar. That's the voice actor.
For real?
Yep. That's why he sounds so familiar, bro. I was like, dang, I've heard his voice before. It sound
familiar. I was just wondering, like
Narcos. If not hip, Narcos. Yeah. OD Narcos. Goated.
I like this character. I just kind of felt like when he got investigated, like there's no way he would have made it out of that room. I'm not gonna lie.
Facts.
Like that was the only like main thing.
Unless he was supposed to lead them to somebody else.
Which is kind of what they implied at the in the show. Like as soon as he left there, he went back home. The Inquisitor was there, and there was Jedi's found. So I was like, yeah, for sure, we done got him. But yeah, I just feel like they would have gotten the information they needed out of him there and been like, all right. But overall, I like this character. I just think that their storyline of him and his son, it just fell off the side where it just kind of felt like it was either rewritten or maybe his son's character is someone way more important that will come into play season 2.
Yeah.
And him dying is just motivation of.
Well, we never saw it happen.
Nah, he gone. Oh, not to skip on us talking about the Lawsons, bro. No one can aim, and it was bothering me. It was. I was
just standing out in the middle of standing still.
Bro,
yeah, that is true.
The captain was sitting there, had that little pistol, and like dead center shot a stormtrooper, and then they missed like 10 bullets his way. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
And it's like him just popping out. Bang! I was like, this guy's Han Solo.
Facts.
So I just had to say, like, their aim was crazy good. Even his son.
They were natural with the stun gun. Stun side of the gun, which is supposed to be way less accurate.
And even the robot popped out of nowhere. And popped,
held that fire.
I couldn't help but notice it. Like I was like, yo, for sure this is the kid version because they're 100% accurate. And I just kept noticing
because they was way too outnumbered to really make it out of there alive, bro.
In many scenarios.
Yeah, because even before when Maul had all his youngins, right when this is when like before Riley got captured and they was just
Yeah,
still running
the
away
bridge.
from the Inquisitor. And it was on the bridge, and they had the stormtroopers in front of them. Yang is coming down from different ships, and then somebody from behind them. And all dude
Yeah.
with the little minigun had to do was turn around, and he was just like, going crazy. And like they was just missing, regardless of the fact that they were pinched, you
Yeah.
know. So for them to go out the way that they did, I was just like, all right, I'm focus on the lightsabers, G. Focus on the lightsabers. That's where my brain was at. I was like,
Yeah.
it's Star Wars. Youngins can't aim. It's a thing. You know what I'm saying?
But
But they got to show the force to
the
create the
Sun
tension.
storyline, bro. Even the fact that the Sun had so much accuracy was bothering me.
Boy,
But
athlete, Chris, come on now, star athlete,
yeah,
getting drafted
yeah,
round one. You know?
that's what they was trying to imply too. But that was a
Yeah,
reach. So I like the dad's character. It was just kind of like, all right, they're making him do more, and I kind of feel like maybe they had a bigger story for him, a more investigative story, like they were going in the beginning, and they just
yeah,
flew that off for a much more flashier version. Uh, the son's character, I just kind of felt like,
he was there.
dang, that he was just there, and they kind of just did not care afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of got annoying to me towards the end, where
Dad,
um,
no.
he- yeah, he had some whininess, or
Yeah.
on one episode, he literally was like, "Oh, are we sure about this plan?" And then within like 10 seconds, he was like, "Remember, we can't trust Maul. We should leave here as soon as as soon
Mm-hmm.
as we
He was
can." And
locked
I'm
in.
like, "Duh!"
He locked in.
Like, you done turned me around to tell me some basic stuff. Like, I literally was like, "All right, they messing up this character for me." So I didn't really like him towards the
Well, the
end.
explorer vibes.
Yes,
Do
some
you
very
see the
clear
map?
youth. Oh, this guy's shady. Maybe we should like
Yeah.
leave as soon as we get the chance. I'm like, why are we having this conversation? Duh.
He can hear you.
And yeah, he was like right there. Oh, I swear. So,
Yeah.
yeah, their whole storyline. It was a large majority of the show too that I just kind
Hmm.
of felt like, I don't know, they messed up or they rewrote it and it wasn't as great as they probably originally intended. So, how'd
Yeah.
you feel about both the Lawsons?
I think Riley would have had um a better story if we got more from his mom. Like if his mom was more
They were sneaky.
involved in the not only just the investigation but the Empire being there, like because based on what we know so far, she's just a cog in the machine. So she has no
Yeah.
real power in the sense where she can make something happen. And for them to split up and him still be a cop, but her be with the Empire, you would have thought there would have been some kind of like hierarchy there. But it doesn't seem like it's really in the mix, especially after he got taken into custody. But I like what you said about Lawson kind of like just falling off towards the end from how they positioned him in the beginning as this like really good detective, like
Yeah.
about to uncover the mystery of the Shadow Lord and all
Yeah.
this other stuff, and it just falls off the cliff, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bruh, I thought we were going to get something like good here, like far as a back and forth between, maybe, you know, he's able to foil one of Maul's plans here or there, and then they become mortal enemies or whatever. But it was like, nah, that's not where we're going. Okay, Vader's coming, y'all. Like y'all gotta get ready.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like a executive walked into the building and said, "All right,
Mm-hmm.
you're cleared for Vader in the series," and they were like, "Oh,
Yeah,
okay."
right. I guess we don't need
Throw
this
away these
this
episodes.
this 3-part. I don't even know, but I've definitely seen better detective storylines from Star Wars. So, um, I just wish it would have been something more like that. And who knows, maybe we'll get that in the future from somebody else. But outside of that, I think the most annoying character in the show was Two Boots, 100%. Because they literally had a side eye moment when they was all together. It was Maul, and Devin, and he had said something stupid, and they all just looked at him like, "What? Like, what are you talking about, bro?" But overall, like as far as like the law goes, I don't feel like I feel like the connection between, I guess because it's still fresh, the Empire, the connection between the Empire and like Chain of Command wasn't as like domineering as I thought it would have been, you know. And as far as like what it looked like when they took over, it just never felt like they took it that serious.
They definitely made it
So,
because I'm not sure if they talked about execution.
I mean, they killed off the one lady.
Yeah, they definitely made them more not kid friendly stormtroopers. Where it was like, okay, yeah, we taken over.
Yeah,
Because Star Wars has this weird thing where sometimes they want to play like the stormtroopers aren't like
the bad guys.
bad guys, and as soon as they arrive, it's just like move along and like bully like
They
normal
want to sell
bullies. And it's
toys.
like, yeah.
You know?
So they definitely gave them a little bit more rougher of like, ooh, it is bad once the Empire comes. Like
Yeah, but that's a trend with everything in Star Wars. They never show you them actually getting bodied anymore. They show the aftermath. We don't see what's his name, strike down Master.
yeah.
What's his
They
name?
had a Daki.
He want to say Dobby, bro. You don't get to see that. We just get to see him pull a lightsaber out. You know what I'm saying? Like, then you used to get their heads chopped off. And nothing would happen. But it was droids, you know? That was another thing. Them it being droids, it's not as real, but they got to watch. They want to keep it things PG as much as possible. But yeah, man, I just kind of like, I feel like the first half of the show, before the Inquisitors came, I was a little worried because I was like, man, this Lawson guy ain't getting no closer. Like he is not prepared for what he about to go through.
His robot snitched on him.
Yeah, like he don't even got his robot, his droid in line. You know, like so. But
this droid switched up quick. Like, yo, you do not got this.
Yeah, they definitely chose the more entertaining route, though. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And I can't really be too mad at that. But definitely was worried going into episode 9 and 10. I was like, oh man, how are they going to finish this off? You know, because we're getting some good choreography, but I was like, man, I'm waiting for that thing to make me like excited about the next season. You know, so interesting. I like it. I still like it. Are we missing anybody else?
I mean, just really quick.
That club lady.
Man, I
She got blew up, right? Like she not here no more.
Yeah.
That was a sacrifice.
So my only hating comment on that is definitely they made her go out way tougher than what would have happened.
They should have emphasized the relationship between her and the policeman a lot more than what they led on to make that moment better, because he just left her. Like he didn't even think about it. He was just like, hey, she knew the risk. They never even addressed it after that. The fact that she got blown up. Yeah. You know? So
but like she was already betraying them, so they didn't want to make it seem like, oh, I don't like that character anymore. So of course they did like the Disney thing where it's like, yeah, a heroic end where she literally popped off like 4 people and then blew up the ship.
Yeah.
So then it exploded everyone. I was just like, bro, like sometimes they betray you. I don't know, like, you know, like that's what be happening.
No self-preservation, which is kind of crazy
in
this kind of world. You know what I'm saying? You would have thought she would have done anything like to make it out, but like,
because they're even like, what if they're forcing her to do it? And it's like, oh gosh, y'all, she just betraying y'all. like
yeah, like she gotta do what she gotta do. Like,
yeah,
you know.
But
you was about to say something before I said that.
Just overall, did you like Devin's arc in the whole series?
I'm rocking with
from
Devin.
the beginning, like, ooh, this is the apprentice, and I was like, all right,
yeah,
here we go.
I already knew what type of time she was on when she stole that fruit, bro. She's like, yo, I'm not finna starve when we can just take this real quick, and then I forgot who made it hot. I forgot what happened, but like for her to go out and then get caught up like that. I'm just like, man, I could have just got away. Like, y'all don't have to follow the rules like that, you know. So, and it probably wouldn't have been as big of a deal. It's just the fact that Maul was there that made it like that much more prevalent. But like they was on the lookout for stuff like that, I think. But because they position her as like, at least from the cops' point of view, it's just like some spunky kid, you know, just trying to make it out here in these streets. But I think as far as her storyline goes, I like the way that she was willing to challenge not only what her master said, but also what Maul said, and then kind of correlate the two and make the best decision like for her and the people around her. So like she never really like folded on her morals and her values until she lost somebody, you know. But even then, she didn't really even get to get her get off because like he's fighting Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's she gonna do? Just get by? And he was hammering that joint too. Like, pause.
Yeah.
Like as far as like his like the chops or whatever, because that's like his fighting style. I'm like, man, they really locked in on everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really how you be fighting. And then even with the rest of them, you get to see the different forms and stuff too. And then when she had her 2 lightsabers, I was like, oh, that's cool. So I feel like this joint had a lot of spectacle to it, but if we talking just like introspectively, like I feel like Devin is like in between. She's like in between like how I feel about somebody like Rey and then like Ezra. Where I felt like Rey had to become something before she was like, okay, I actually think she got a character here. And then Ezra just had all the feelings the whole time. And then like how to kind of pull it back to like become who he ends up becoming. You know what I'm saying? And then Devin's kind of in the middle where we still don't know what she about to become. You know? So that's kind of how I would put it. But I'm excited to see if she actually end up becoming Darth Talon, because that would be a crazy pull, you know?
Yeah, I gotta look it up.
Yeah. But I don't know, because it's like, that would be a lot for them to do for a Disney Plus series. I'm just saying.
Star Wars needs stuff, though.
So. Yeah. Because, like, she get tatted and everything.
Oh.
And I'm just like, what did she go through to do all that? Like, is that a requirement? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is that really a requirement to become a Sith Lord? Like, I don't know. The devotion right there could get a little spooky, you know? But yet to be determined. But yeah, I did you say how you felt about Devin, or?
I mean, I probably echo the same sentiments you're talking about.
Yeah.
For the main thing I want to say is like, hey, Maul got some eye for potential, because in the beginning I was like, he's just picking up any Jedi that some resemblance of can be a apprentice. Yeah. But to go toe to toe with Vader and multiple Inquisitors multiple times,
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, I thought she'd be toast pretty quick. But she was holding her own a lot.
Yeah.
So
even like when it comes to like the smarts of like figuring out how to escape the first time.
Yeah.
You know,
like there was a lot of impressive things where I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I think this one Inquisitor got you. Like,
yeah.
So now the way my brain is wired is like, oh, this person do got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Like Maul really do see something.
He a visionary for sure.
Yeah.
He be seeing them visions, bro. He be seeing it. Now, one thing that did bother me about Maul in this series is that leg, bro. Like, that joint worked exactly when it needed to work. But any other time, like, it was holding him back. And I'm just like, yo, why does nobody know how to fix his leg? Y'all had plenty of time in between to get it right. And, you know, you would think that he would have somebody to do that. But he got that joint sliced like 3 or 4 different times, and it was just like, it's not that I don't think he was at full power because of that, in the sense of like he would have won. Like I don't think he just would have outright won, but it's just like a key weakness I feel like didn't get exploited enough. If we keep it in a buck, if like somebody like Vader, could have just beaten him outright. Yeah. So I feel like for some reason, he was taking it easy on him.
Yeah, I mean,
even with Daki, or what's his name? Is it Daki? What is his name?
I keep saying Daki. It could be Dakai, but
I think it's Daki.
Like
I think it's Daki. Yeah. Even with Daki, when he first fought Maul, he got kicked in the stomach. I'm like, bro, you got sliced. Like you couldn't move anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like it was a little dramatic when it came to their injuries. But if it's like just based on like they've been running for so long, diet ain't great. I get it, but I feel like they was trying a little too hard sometimes. You know what I'm saying? When it was like they clearly was going crazy when it comes to choreography and some of the stunts that they was doing. So that jump would go from just like, oh, my leg not working, to like, all right, let me hop over this mountain real quick. Like, it's a slippery slope. It looked cool though.
Leap straight to the spaceship.
Yeah, I was like,
no problem, we done.
I know when my knees ain't working, bro. I jump too high, come down, might not get back up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fall and I can't get up. Life alert, no ad. But yeah, that's something that did bother me throughout the series. I'm just like, man, I just wish I knew a little bit more about that. But yeah, I think that's really it, bro. All that's really left to do is score this thing. So, Chris, what are you giving Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord? That's it.
I'd give it a 10.
What?
If I was being generous.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say. Wow.
Like, okay. I'm gonna stick with a 9. I really like the show. I do think it's peak Star Wars action, peak lightsabers, everything. It looks really great in animation. Man, there's multiple scenes in this thing that are some of the best. Just I'd replay it and say like, this is how lightsaber fights should be.
Yeah.
But deep down, I just don't get the feeling it was like a 10 out of 10 season where I stopped the floor. I gotta go tell everyone to go watch this thing. It's just very much like, this is great Star Wars action. You gotta watch it if you're a Star Wars fan. But there's some storyline stuff that I'm just like, it's not fully all the way there where everything just felt like perfect.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, that was just a wrap up amazing season and we're good. It's just like, oh wow, that was really cool. I can't wait to see more. And I don't want them to stop. This was some good stuff. And when I mean that looks good, I mean it even has this animation that's, I'm not gonna say like takes time to get used to, but it looks a little different. And
it's dark. Like, it's very dark.
It just has this unique animation style. I really like it. They had a bunch of new characters. And I'm excited for season 2. So I'm gonna give it a 9. But if I was being generous, I ain't gonna lie, that'd be a 10 out of 10 Star Wars show. So
wow.
Shout out to Darth Maul, Shadow Lord. More Shadow Lord in the future and more fights. What would you give this one, G?
Yeah, I think we about to make history today, bro. I'm giving Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord an 8 out of 10.
Oh,
so you actually have a higher score than me.
Dang.
And that's my GOAT. That's crazy. So, there's plenty to love about the show, right? When we talk about the fights and things like that. I mean, like, we even talk about when they was literally about to slice each other and he caught it with the Force. And then Maul did it right after them with Vader or whatever. That was tough. I rewind that joke like 3 times. I was like, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. So, like, to me, it'd be a 10 out of 10 if we were just talking about the last 2 episodes of the show, right? That's something I would be like, yo, go watch. I would tell somebody, go watch episode 9 and 10 of Star Wars Maul Shadow Lore. You know what I'm saying? Definitely go do that. But I just think like the rest of the actual story has a lot to be desired, bro. And I think it's a solid start for a series that I hope, like you said, it has like 3 seasons. That'd be actually amazing.
Oh,
And I feel like there's so much more room for not only just Maul to grow, but just like um seeing Devin, and then who knows where Richie's gonna go. Or not Richie, Riley.
Riley.
He gets probably sent back to his mom, or you know, ends up joining the crew. Who knows? But don't need to see no more Two Boots. I'm cool off that. And I just really enjoyed this joint, but I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's the best thing I done seen, you know. But it was good. And it has me hyped for hopefully what's to come at the end of the month. But we might be talking about that in the next segment of the show. Chris, what you geeked about, bro?
Well, first things first is PSG in the Champions League final again.
Who they playing?
They're playing Arsenal.
Oh,
Arsenal. What a beautiful final.
wow. History's being made.
History's being made. There's a ton of crazy Arsenal fans that just feel like finally it's our time.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's my team really about to start stacking Champions Leagues. Like I think they got them. I think today proved again they're gonna smother them.
Dang.
And they just can score so easily. So I can't wait to watch this final. I think it's gonna be a very 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 good one. It's not gonna be a blowout like last time, but
oh, we
I'm
watched the
just really
last one,
excited.
didn't we?
Yeah, that one was like 5-0.
Yeah, it probably won't be like that because I ain't gonna watch it.
Yeah. So I'm hyped. Because it does feel like, oh man, I couldn't believe they did it last year. I
Yeah.
really can't believe they're going back to back. And it's a team they beat in the semifinals last year, so it's a team that, got a little bit more grit. Probably gonna sacrifice everything, even their Premier League run, to win the Champions League, because that would be just so much up on the totem pole of what they'd want to accomplish. And we got like 24 days for that, so it's just really excited to be back
gonna be in the
a
building.
final. Yeah, I would.
One day.
Yeah, this one, it just feels like more like outside the other team. It's their destiny to win it, and it's like, dang, to beat the champ, to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. And I just deep down, I feel confident. I'm like, yo, I don't think it's y'all turn. So,
what Miles Garrett said, my time is still right now.
Oh,
he was talking to Micah.
Oh yeah, yeah, I like that. So, I really can't wait for that game.
He said it's currently still my time. That's what he said. Gotta get the quote right. I think that's what he said. Something like that. Okay.
And then the next thing I'm geeked about is them Timberwolves are playing right now. I don't currently know the score. I'm assuming they're gonna take it easy this
still
game.
Away though, right? They stole the first one.
They stole the first one, and
they taking it easy, all right. They definitely taking it easy. Oh my goodness.
Because Anthony Edwards, his knee, like everyone said, it's just magically healed for game 1.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's gonna be 1 to 2 weeks, and I can't play this game. The whole time I was thinking, oh, they're gonna go to game 7, and Ant's gonna come back. Like that, he's gonna play that game. He's just gonna rest off. They took care of game 6. Now they're in a new series. Of course, he plays.
Right.
Game 1, he definitely could have sat out. Just eased everyone's mindset. But nah, we're gonna go get this win. It ended up working. They got a win in San Antonio. What's the score of the game?
85-55.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
In the third quarter.
And you get those extra days, and you try to really put some pressure on a young team,
Yeah.
heading back to San Antonio after you take two W's in
Me in Minnesota.
Minnesota. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. I know what you're saying now.
it,
Yeah.
it's just an exciting time because I did say the Spurs would win the finals.
Yeah.
Because deep down, I just don't want to be a homer all the time.
I feel it.
but but man,
Yeah, it's a rough shooting night.
yeah, that's good.
Rough shooting
That's
night.
that's the rough shooting night you want because
Yeah.
you don't want to use up too much energy trying to steal a game two, and then
Yeah.
the pressure's on you to win in your home for
Hmm.
game three because they got an alien out there. So
Nah, they for sure do.
so
Boy, different.
uh, those are the main two things I'm geeked about. The last thing I do want to say because this is a podcast. Reach out to everybody.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Uh,
mm-hmm.
I finished up another book, and this is one I definitely want to talk about. It's called
Ooh,
The Alchemist.
oh, that's a
It
great
is.
book. I've never read
Have
it.
you read this?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's a great book though.
I
It's
was
on my
just
list.
going through. Yeah, yeah. I was going through a lot of self-improvement books. I've been just knocking
Hmm.
a lot down. I've been enjoying myself. And then I went to just some random YouTube video and it had like 20.
Yeah,
And
I found that channel
I
too.
don't yeah, and this one was like right in the
It's
middle.
like
And I was like, you know what?
infographic kind of things too.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I seen that video. Those videos.
Uh and I was just like, you know what? I just got done with one book. Let me just dive into another one.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of said it was more like a story compared to the other books I've been reading. So I was like, sure, I'm cool for like a palate cleanser or something, just a different
Yeah.
speed. And it was a shorter book, so I really loved it. I thought it
How long it
was
take?
in like 4.5 hours.
Dang.
I literally started that day and finished it that day.
Wow.
Um, I will say I really, really enjoyed it. It was like a nice little slow build up. It was interesting.
Yeah.
It slowly gave you like just little like inspiring nuggets
Mm-hmm.
and then like a really like ramp up of like craziness, but
Yeah.
like overall just
What's the
a
takeaway?
really
ChrisyLite takeaway.
oh it's a 10 out of 10 book in my
Okay.
opinion. Like I do think it's very inspirational and a
Yeah.
book that um if you're any type of spiritual, I think it definitely uh inspires you more
Mm.
and it also helps you just look at things daily just a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like not taking everything that happens uh
Like a slight.
just randomly at lunchtime as a slight or a negative.
Mm-hmm.
Like like it just feels very encouraging and empowering like like, I'm supposed to be heading this direction today.
Yeah.
And uh yeah, I just couldn't believe it was such a short book and it's definitely more story like.
Mm-hmm.
Um and to have the same principles of like a normal self-help book or a self-improvement book. It
Yeah.
was really really cool. So I'll definitely be buying a hardback. It's going on the bookshelf.
Yeah.
Uh
I was curious
I
how that works. Like when you listen to a book, like if you be remembering like what actually
I
happened.
reread them
Yeah.
sometimes. So I've read Atomic Habits like 6 times to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's just always like a good reminder. But yeah, for something like that book, I would definitely I could reread that and I feel like I regained a little more uh
Perspective.
knowledge of a different time that I'm in
Mm.
and trying to figure out more on like, okay, what really could this mean? And like I said, if you're a spiritual person, I definitely think that could even elevate you even more of enjoying the book.
Right.
Um, but I do feel like it could be one of those books that you really either love, like I felt, or one that you're just like, it's a little too uh what's the word? Like optimistic.
Mm.
But I'm uh, I'm pretty optimistic anyway,
That's a
so
choice though. Optimism is a choice, you know?
yeah. So when you're reading this book, you can kind of view it like, dang. Like,
Yeah.
so it's
I
just a
get that.
mindset thing, and then as you apply it to real world scenarios, I could I literally spent the next day like realizing like, oh dang, if this character in the book would literally be doing this, maybe
Yeah.
I should, just think differently in this situation. So it was just a really cool book because it really felt that way, like it impacted my life just a
Hmm.
little bit, and that's kind of what I like to take away from books like that. So
Okay.
just want to put it out there on the pod because if anyone else reads it, down in the comment section below,
It's a
rate
light
that,
put you on.
yeah, rate that jump. But what you geeked about, G?
um, I started with I'm not geeked about, but it's like it's getting better. It's
Oh, I
getting
like
better.
these
Nah,
ones,
it's getting
bro.
better.
I
It's getting
like
better.
these.
So like because you started out with a book, right? Or not, you ended with a book. I'm gonna start with a book. So I'm reading Mastery by what's his name?
Is that the green guy?
Yeah, Robert Greene.
Oh,
Robert Greene. And if you know
the
who Robert Greene is,
yeah.
you'd be like, I don't know, But as I'm reading the book, and I'm like, I'm a slow reader, y'all. So like my way I do it, I put a timer on 30 minutes, and then
That's
like
good.
whatever happens in that 30 minutes happens in that 30 minutes. Sometimes flying through a book, depending on what it is, right? And other times I'm asleep. It happens, bro. So early on in the book, like in the introductory or whatever forward, I'm like, yo, what this man talking about, bro? We talking about evolution and like all these other theories and how the brain works and all this other stuff. I'm like, I'm trying to learn how to master something, right? So now I'm actually in the principal part of the book. So it's getting a little bit better. And now the stories that they're including, regardless of like what the historical context to it is and how you feel about it, is making sense as far as like what he's actually saying. But I feel like he's trying so hard, bro, to sound like profound. And I'm like, yo, you could have said this in so many other easier ways, but you chose to add 4 words when you could have just had 1. Like, so it's like it's not, to me it's not like I have to read it aloud. That's the only way I can read it, and it like I can understand what I'm reading, bro. Because if not, that dyslexia, bro, oh my gosh, words just start floating. I gotta really be locked in for that joint. Um, so as I'm getting more into it, now that I'm in the more principal phase of the book, it's getting better. So that's why it's like I say I'm geeked about that.
Okay.
But what I'm really
It's a
geeked
big book,
about,
right?
yeah, it's gonna be a long journey. What I'm really geeked about though is The Devil Wears Prada. One
Oh,
and two. One and two. So I saw 2 yesterday. I watched
hey,
1 over the weekend. And I was like, man, this is what I've been missing. Like this is like the perfect movie for like when it come out, 2006 or something like that. Like
yeah,
perfect like New York era, you know, American dream, rise from the bottom to the top, but it's like instead of just having this be about a random dude, it's the ladies and they holding it down. And I was like, man, I could rewatch this. Like, it's like that kind of. I was like, oh, what you want to watch? Oh, let's watch Devil Wears Prada. Boom. Because it's like one of those kind of storylines where it's like there's enough, like the little montage, like get you hype moments of like seeing somebody climb from the bottom to the top, and they realize when they get to the top, that's like, it's not really what I really want,
mhm,
and then is willing to let go of that said thing when everybody else around them is acting like you crazy.
yeah.
So I was curious to see how that was going to relate to episode 2 or season 2 or no, movie 2.
Movie too. Yeah.
Golly. That's how you know we're getting late into the pod, but I was excited to see how that happened in there. I'm not going to say too much, but what I will say is that I feel like it was authentic to the different eras of your life that you're in, because like the part I'm in the book in Mastery is the apprenticeship part, and in the first movie she's more of an apprentice slash like she's an assistant, right?
Yeah.
But like that's the job that could lead into whatever the big job is, like editor or you know um whatever. What's his name? Keep forgetting his name. The guy in the show. I mean, the guy in the movie. The main guy. What is his name? His name is Nigel. So, because Miranda is the top dog, then it's Nigel, right? So, however, you're never gonna be the top dog unless you will take out the top dog. So, seeing how like Andy could end up becoming Nigel or anybody else waiting their turn, even Emily, you know what I'm saying? That was like interesting. But I feel like in The Devil Wears Prada 2, it's like, okay, now I spent the time in the apprenticeship. Then I jumped into the career, which is like being the writer that I want to be. And now I'm forced back into this other world again. I'm not going to say what else happens. I'm just saying you get put back in this other world again, regardless of what the circumstances is. And now I can like really blossom. You know? Sounds like, oh, this is what the book was talking about as I'm reading it.
Oh,
So
that's
that was like the
cool. That's really
connection.
cool.
You know what I'm saying? Because like in the book, I didn't get to that part. It's just like explaining the different phases of it. But it was relating it back to that movie for me, and that's where it clicked. And I was like, oh, this is what that means. You know? So gotta go see that movie. And it's good too. I gave both of those movies a 9.
Nice.
So I'm rocking with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then what else I'm geeked about? No, I feel like that's it, bro. I feel like it's those two things. Cause we already talked about Maul. I'm in this phase where I finished everything. So like I have to start new shows and new movies.
Gotta catch up on the boys.
I'm not excited about that though. Like I'm gonna keep it a fuck. I'm not excited about that. Also I gotta catch up on Gen V. I'm almost finished with Gen V actually.
Oh, okay.
So that's cool. But yeah, I think what did we also say? Because we're trying to figure out what we're gonna talk about next week. I don't even know. Like I feel like it's like you could say The Boys, you could say Euphoria. Euphoria is like I'm in the middle of Euphoria right now, but like
Daredevil.
I'm not really excited to watch that either. I haven't heard anything about it yet, but like I'm gonna get to that when I get to that. Just because it's been so many things, like it's been so much stuff to watch, and then I'm almost done with Ghost of Tsushima. Like I'm getting to that end game almost. Where like, well, I'll say this: I'm about to fight the swordsman guy that was bodying me. Now that I'm fully maxed out on all of the gear and the weapons and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to fight him next time I play him on stream. So I'm excited about that to see if I've made any progress or if the health bonuses meant anything. But yeah, Devil Wears Prada 2 went crazy, bro. Everybody named Mom was in that joint.
Nice, that's good.
So that was cool. And I think that's it, bro. Simple, short and simple. Full Swing happened, but it's nothing to write home about. I think I'm gonna stop watching that show, to be honest.
Hey.
Yeah, it's 4 seasons in. It was hype while it lasted. You know, it's not job to survive.
We definitely got to pick up our Top Golf game again.
Yeah, got to.
And I will say before we end the pod, them Washington Wizards got the lottery on Sunday, and we're just hoping for
on
a
Sunday?
few little ping pong. Sunday, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think around 3, but we're just hoping for some good ping pong balls because after this year, them ping pong balls are gonna be so random.
Yeah.
That there ain't no hope there. Then we're
gonna be back to 12
waiting.
And down.
Yeah.
12 and 10 after that.
That thing will be extra rigged by then. So
yeah.
Just top 3, please.
Mm-hmm.
Draft lottery top 3, and we'll revisit that next pod.
Last thing, Rookie mini
Yeah.
camp happened. Cowboys gonna have top 10 defense, bro. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. Watch. Even the experts saying
rookie minicamp,
bro. They said that boy Caleb Downs know everything
Oh
already.
man.
I had sent Chris, a little insight. I had sent Chris a video of our pass rush expert, or I forgot the name of his title, but BT Jordan, specialist. BT Jordan's video of like him training like Arvell Reese and Rashad Gary and a whole bunch of other people, right? And come to find out that the Broncos had the most sacks last year, right? And he was over there with them, and now he's with us. So that means we're gonna have more sacks this year. So that's like, you know what I'm saying? We got our edge players, we got young talent, got a young coach, bro, we going crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You know, gotta win.
That Dallas D line might be something.
Yeah.
Might be something.
Who cares about linebacker? Be sacking everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. True.
But yeah, I say that's pretty much it. Let us know what y'all think about Maul. And we'll see y'all next week. Stay geeked. Peace.
Later, y'all.
Like and subscribe and follow and all that stuff. I forgot to say that.
Like and subscribe. Comment down below.
Yeah.